All right, family. I'm back again. Uh, I've seen this article, and on some things I just don't even have to write down no notes, and I just had to get in. I just had to let's let the action do the talking. I just had to get in the just had to get to work. Okay, let me do a sound check. Just had to get it. All right, just had to get to work. See, we got other folks messing in our business. That's why we can't get anything done. We got infiltrators and imitators interfering in our business. Yeah, the title is Black Beauties. You're beautiful. We are taught to hate ourselves by people that hate us. The only thing you're going to learn from people that hate you is how to hate yourself. See, anytime you turn on the television and you don't see yourself, it's an exclusion. You go to school and you open up the history book, it's always something bad for us and something good for them. Exclusion. All right. Let me get into this before I get in my tirade. Shalom, family. All right. Let me share my screen. Shalom. If y'all don't have okay, hold on, Spirit of Truth. Let me get you a wrench. Or you leave your comment. Leave your comment. Well, leave your comments and I can come back later and mod you up. All right. Let me get into this. All right. Now look right here. This is Europeans telling black women what's best for them. I'm going to show y'all why this is a problem. Using history, Shalom, and using scripture. Why this is a problem. I want y'all, I want you to test your biblical historical knowledge about that title. If nothing comes up, don't worry about it. That's why we are here. We are here to debrief you. We are here to tell you what's going on. Oh yeah, it's. But anyway, y'all, do you see this? The New York Post, April 3rd, and they acting like they care about black women so much. Why don't they care about black women's children though? How can they care about you and not care about your children? How can they love you and not love your family who are black also? Huh? How can they love you and not be interested in what you are interested in? As long as it's not detrimental. This is propaganda. This is psychological warfare. This is an agenda to keep them in power. I know it's kind of thick, but let me bust through it for you. Okay, they love black women so much. Why ain't they solving these tens of thousands of black women going missing every year? Where are the arrests at? Huh? Where are the arrests? Where are the laws being passed? Where are the public outcry on every news station when it's white women? Where is that action at for black women? Since they love y'all so much. I want y'all to think. Where are these black women at? See, think about this, family. Tens of thousands of black women go missing every year. Every year. How many women is that go missing every year? And they don't know where they are. They don't know who's getting them. Nothing. But over here, they love black women so much. They got your best interest in mind. They want to tell you who to marry. All right, let me move over here. All right. Okay. Now, y'all are well aware that they have womb transplants, right? This is for you women out here. They got womb transplant. Keep in mind that I've been trying to keep y'all on the up and up. They are having trouble having children. Now they got womb transplants. Where they getting these wombs from to have kids? Where they getting them from? I'm just doing a little math over here. Tens of thousands going missing. They coming up with ways to transplant women's wombs into people that can't have children so they can have children. I'm just, what's going on? Black girls, huh? See, it's set up, and I know I'm finna get into the Bible. It's set up that y'all gonna have to call Tyrone when it comes time to go out here and eat, because you ain't gonna be able to go over there with them. You ain't gonna be able to go over there with them unless you're gonna be the entertainment. See, right now you got your nose turned up. You see, they done fixed it well. They mass incarcerated black boys and men. The school to prison pipeline, black folks, predominantly. Okay, they set it up where the black woman can make more money than the black man. And then they done brainwashed our women into thinking, well, if he ain't making no money in a system that's hostile towards us, I don't want to marry no black man that I'm making more money than him. But meanwhile, they love you so much, you don't smell what's cooking. Let me show y'all that they do womb transplant. There you go. Where are they getting these wombs from? Yeah, I'm angry. They meddling in our business. We don't go messing in their business. You even got gay men trying to get wombs so they can have a child. Let me see this. I want to know where they getting these wombs from. All these black women going missing. Huh? Look. Let me get into the Bible part of this. See, Bible verses started coming in mind too as I was getting heated. It's all right to get heated. The Bible says, be angry and sin not. Remember, when Mashiach was born, white men was killing the babies. Now, that is not to exclude the black pharaoh in Egypt. We focusing on who's messing with us here and now. All right, this is the beast. That's why I named it the beast. This Roman beast system is having trouble reproducing. Therefore, they are recruiting people, label them as black, to oppress us. Look, you can also find this verse in Isaiah. There you go right here. Let me read up here. Jeremy, that means Jeremiah. Jeremiah the prophet, the book of Jeremiah. It's in there. Okay, hold on. All right, now. This is when Joseph and Mary fled into Egypt because Herod was trying to kill them. They went into Egypt because there was black folks there so they could blend in. They didn't go to Europe. They didn't go to Italy somewhere to hide. They didn't go to the Caucasus Mountains. They went to Egypt, where it was black folks at. All right, now, let me read some of this. You know, this is after the wise man. I suggest y'all read this yourself. Matthew chapter 2. All right. Let me try to. Okay. This is where the wise man went to Herod talking about Mashiach. All right, now. Then they found it. Okay. And when they were come into the house, these are the wise men, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshiped him. And when they had opened their treasure, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Notice they're giving this to a child, baby, okay? All right, verse 12. And being warned of Yah in a dream that they should not return to Herod. You're going to have to get closer to the Most High. You can't hear the voice of the Most High inside if you got devils inside your head. How do they get in there? Listening to unproductive things, watching unproductive things, not studying the word, not living the word. You can't hear him because you're going further away from him. Just like if you were standing in my face, you can hear me good. But the farther you get away from me, you're not going to be able to hear me. All right? Now, all right. And being warned of Yah in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they depart into their own country another way. This is the wise men. All right. And when they were departed, and behold, the angel of Yah appeared to Joseph in a dream, close to the Most High, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. They didn't go to the Caucasus. They didn't go to Europe. I mean, well, parts of Europe had Hebrews there too at this time. They didn't go to Rome. They went away. This Herod was put there by the Romans. They were put there by Mzungu people. And look, they're trying to kill the brood, trying to kill Mashiach. This right here is another way to kill off black children. Why? Because they are intermingled. I'm going to get into this Willie Lynch letter too. Get into this Willie Lynch letter. They are intermingled. And they're going to teach them this propaganda. They're going to be more inclined to follow their fathers and our mothers, or the ones ruling. All right, now. Okay. Say, arise, take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod seek the young child to destroy him. Herod knew he was sitting on a throne that didn't belong to him. Right, Brother Sly? Rabbit-proof fence. Y'all should check out that documentary. The rabbit-proof fence. Let me put this up here. Y'all check that out. All right, now. Then he arose and took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of Yah by the prophet. Out of Egypt have I called my son. All right. Now this is what happened when Herod couldn't find Mashiach. So he just starting to get all of them. All right. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise man, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof for 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise man. So he did the math about how he did the math about how old this child should be and started killing all the male Hebrew tribes. Think about Moses. All the male Hebrew tribes destroyed. Okay, let's just sit out. Okay, now we can't be so blunt with it because, number one, we are a minority worldwide. Number two, you go to killing too much. These Negroes have showed us in the history that they don't teach you about, that we will turn up. We would burn this gun down. So how are we going to kill them now? How are we going to deal wisely with them like Pharaoh did in Egypt? Okay, we'll miseducate. We'll promote violence. We'll get up over them in music and entertainment, and we'll promote these puppet rappers and promote drug use, promote sex, don't promote no marriage, don't promote no stability. We just gonna promote all kind of dysfunction. And they gonna see themselves because they see black people promoting that, and they gonna think that's the way to go. Meanwhile, the same people that was running the music industry began buying stock in the prison industry. Just look it up. Begin to buy stock in the prison industry. The same ones that own the music buy stock in prison. Okay, dummies. You rap about all this drug use. I know you don't do it, but you just tell them it's entertainment. Make it look so cool and fly. Meanwhile, we're going to start building prison. Okay, now, before that, George Bush, Sr. of the CIA, started importing crack over here, flooding the streets in black neighborhoods with cocaine. George Bush, Sr., when he was the CIA, before he became president. Ronald Reagan was the president. The drug kingpin himself. They want us to forget all about that. You black women, you might want to consider marrying you a white man. Yeah. Because you don't know who you are, you hate yourself, you don't understand the warpath, you don't understand the warfare. I'm laughing at your comment, brother Sly. You don't understand the warpath, you don't understand nothing. All right, now, let me get back into this scripture. All right, he done killed all the babies because Herod knew that he was not supposed to be sitting on the tribe of Yehuda's throne. He knew he was an illegitimate king placed there by the Romans. Now keep in mind, you got these doggone devils putting black folks in places right now. How you know the NAACP ain't for people like you and me? Okay, we black folks send millions of dollars to these places like Black Lives, LIES, Black Lives Matter. Okay, NAACP, the Rainbow Push Coalition. Why ain't they taking some of that money and doing like everybody else, lobbying Congress? That's what everybody else do. Getting all this money, lobbying Congress to pass laws in our favor. They ain't doing that because they are controlled opposition. That's why we still talking about these police killing us, just like Malcolm was, just like Dr. King was. We ain't getting no progress because these folks ain't doing nothing. They just want to look like they're doing something. All these so-called black organizations ain't nothing but Trojan horses. All right? Now, let me keep reading. Verse 19, and when Herod was dead, behold, okay, let me finish this. In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children and would not be comforted because they are not. It said it was fulfilled. Okay, hold on. Let me. I got distracted by a comment. Nevertheless, let me get focused. All right, let me see what it said. Ramah weeping for her children. I want to show y'all what it said in Jeremiah. It's in Matthew, but it's also in Jeremiah 31:15. Jeremiah 31:15. All right, now let me go over here into the Greek captivity that's missing out of your Bible that these Europeans saw fit to take out, but yet Daniel wrote about the Greek captivity. Where is it at in your Bible? It was in the first Bible, the 1611. Where is it at? All right, now I'm going to 1 Maccabees chapter 1. Let me see here. I think it's 61. Yeah. The Greeks hang our infants about the necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised. So any black, what? This is Mzungus. Shalom, Monica. This is Greeks killing our people because we would not conform to their image. We would not conform to their culture. These are Greeks. Now we got black folks. All they talk about is Greek sororities. I'm not putting you down, but come on back. Come on back. They're going to force you out. If you're a coon, you're going to stay a coon. But if you ain't, they're going to force you out. They can't hide their hatred. All right, now look. Now our black folks sign up in these Greek fraternities. How you know Greek fraternities? These fraternities ain't for black folks. Ain't nothing changing. Don't nothing benefit us. It benefit white people. How is something aimed at black folks not benefiting us? You got BET that's owned by Europeans. You got black magazines that's aimed at black folks owned by Europeans. All right, now look, let me show you. This is what Daniel was writing about. You read, this is Maccabees chapter 1. All right, let me read some of it. Okay. And whosoever was found with any book of the testament, anybody with if you had the word of Moshe, if you had the word of the Most High, look, if anyone committed to the law of the king's commandment, that they should be put to death. Or if anybody obeying the law, statutes, and commandment, this king Antiochus, he got the kingdom when Alexander the Greek died, as written of in the book of Daniel. His kingdom was split into four pieces. Antiochus was one. This is who was doing. All of them was Greeks. All right. Now, And whosoever found with any of the book of the testament, or if any had committed to the law, in other words, you're not Hellenism. If you ain't doing Hellenism is what they were forcing people to adopt the Greek culture. They want to force you to straighten your hair and look like them and do as they do. Another way they forcing black people, because we're uneducated, to do like they do. We are supposed to celebrate Pesach, Passover. They get over us, miseducate us, and fool us into observing Easter. Easter is a pagan god of fertility. That's why you got a rabbit and eggs. Both of them are symbols of fertility. That's another way they dupe you into conforming to their image by observing them holidays that they created. That's why that beast is there. That beast is still alive. The Roman beast is still alive. All right, now, thus did they by their authority unto the Israelites every month. So every month they just got together and started killing folks. That sounds like lynchings to me. Oh, it is. All right. To as many were found in the city. Now, the 5th and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of Yah. They doing all kind of stuff. But the main people to blame is ourselves. If we were doing what we were supposed to do, the Most High wouldn't allow this stuff to happen. He wouldn't allow this stuff to happen. All right, 61. And they hang the infants by about their necks and rifle their houses. Same thing in Matthew. And slew them that had circumcised this. This is the Greeks. And Matthew, this under Roman rule right here. Killing babies. Black babies at that. That's how you have to know who you are. When them devils talking about it don't matter, just leave them alone. If they are brother or sister, bear with them. If you sense that they are just truly misguided, bear with them. Don't be so quick to brush our people off because we've been through hell and high water with the mind raping. Don't be so quick. Just turn the other cheek. He wasn't talking about to your enemies. Go with our brothers twice. Go with them a little further before you just count them out. Now, if you know for sure they are sellouts, you know what to do. All right, now let's get into this Willie Lynch letter. Okay, now they want to this woman ain't she black? This is the propaganda they promote. I forgot I had this up here, but since I'm on it, she black when it's convenient. Her father was a Jamaican, and her mother was from India. But ain't none of them. If they, I don't, let me get into this. Meghan Markle, she dealing with racism. They're not gonna tell you about this though. They'll tell you this. They'll tell you this. Y'all should marry more white men. They ain't gonna tell you that they hate black folks. They shouldn't have to tell you they hate us. All you gotta do is look at what they're allowed to go on. They weren't allowed to happen to them, but they're allowed to happen to your family, our children, the miseducation in the schools, the mind raping in the school, pledging allegiance to a country that hell bent on killing us. But let me continue. All right. Now, yeah, that's Meghan Markle, the beast system that rules. And y'all know who this is, Sloppy Joe Jim Crow. He was working together with the Republicans, the drug problem, the CIA. They flood the street with the drug. This is common knowledge. Look up Gary Webb. Common knowledge. I've done several videos about this. They ain't even denying it. He wrote the laws to keep our brothers locked up, and then he put sentencing disparities where black folks preferred the crack, white people preferred the cocaine. You get more time for the crack, but it's the same drug. Only difference is the cocaine would be stronger because it ain't have a cut on it. Crack would be weaker because you're putting a cut on it. Even it's both bad. Meanwhile, his son is out here strung out in these streets. And Congress just passed a bill. While I'm thinking about it, I learned this from Lisa Cabrera's channel. Congress legalized marijuana. weed in there, see what happened. They said the House. You know, they all one big devil to me. See the date. They passed the bill to legalize it. But they go, you know, y'all, anything they give us, you better watch it. It's a hook in there. The devil is a fisher of men and women too. Watch this stuff now. The Bible said be sober. And if you happen to use this stuff, I wouldn't use nothing that they got, nothing that they control. They going in there perverting the Most High's creation. Ain't no telling what they putting in this stuff. All right? No telling what they putting in this stuff. Yes, it got medicinal value. I wouldn't use nothing that they got. So it wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Arm and Hammer, yeah. Baking soda. All right, now. Let me go back over here. Okay. And this is Katanja. This is her right here. See, right now, let me just show y'all. This is a book. Let me see here. This is a book. This is I just want to go over the point where they're not having children. They're not having children. Let me see if this is a video pop up. If they're not having children, and you worried about black folks getting control of the land, all your stuff is going to be changed. Let me see here. Let me see what this says. This is Fox. See what it says.
Is the dearth of birth a blessing or a curse? Like that? The answer is Colin Firth. He's my answer to everything, really. I speak of the declining birth rate in the U.S., which, according to a new report, is declining like something that...
No, they're not going to tell you. They tell you it's a declining birth rate. But you see white babies. They're not talking about us. If we wasn't a threat to them, there would be no need to consistently kill us. There would be no need to consistently miseducate us into working for them. You see, I was looking at the television. I turned it on. They're talking about NCAA. They got a black man with a basketball. So, like the only thing we good for is sports, rapping, and something that not leadership though. Leadership gonna be left to those they put there. But let me get back in here and get off my tirade.
That was their words. Yes, the number of American babies born dropped 2.6% last year, a decline of 60 million babies. What? And economists say that news isn't surprising given the state of the economy. Says Andrew Turlin, quote, the birth rate is falling because of the Great Recession. When people are unsure of their financial future, they tend to postpone having children.
Let me get out of there. Let me show y'all something else. If they ain't changed it around, sometimes they'll go in here. Well, after so long, the stories will get pushed on another page anyway. So I can't say that they're messing with nothing. But if I did this like last year, which I have, it's probably the story probably would get moved around. I don't want. Okay. I don't know what this is. Let me see here. Let me close this out. There's all kind of stories. You can look this up yourself. I'm looking for a map. Okay. Yeah, this is some of the same ones. This is the highest birth rates. Highest. Now, at a minimum, they're supposed to be like 2.2% or something to keep from dying out. These are African countries for the most part. All right. But I was looking for the low. So if there's a decrease in birth, let me see here. I think I've done this one before. I just want y'all to see what black women miss. I want y'all to see. Okay. Black women missing. They having womb transplants. Okay. Now add that with low birth rate. I'm just putting it up there. Y'all put the pieces where they go. Total fertility rate. And they've been known about this since the 50s. That's probably why the so-called fake, they created a fake drug war in the 60s. They've been knowing about this. Look, this has been going on since the 50s. And Africa been leading the pack. That's probably why the fake drug war that they created started in the 60s. But nevertheless, y'all can see that right here is where people are having plenty of children. All right? It's them. You do a little research, it's them. All right, let me get back in my lesson. Let me get back in my lesson. All right, let me close this out. Let me show where I'm at now. Let me see. Okay, now let's get into this Willie Lynch. I want y'all, we taking this back to we taking this to right today. They need to stay out of our business and worry about their own problem. We done went from today, all right, to the Bible. I just closed it out. Matthew, where they were killing the babies. Matthew, where was this at? Let me see. Matthew 2:18, I think. Matthew chapter 2, verse 18, to the Bible, where Herod began killing the babies. Matthew chapter 2:18 to the first Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 61. The whole chapter is good. Now we finna go to the plantation. Let me see where it's at. Right here. All right. This is the Willie Lynch letter. Y'all see that? All right. Now I'm just going to scroll down. Look right here. Strategy 1. This is rape for the most part. Taking so many drops of good white blood and putting it into as many black women as possible. Yeah, Rain Love, it was 6 of us. It was 6 of us. And I know quite a few black had kinfolk having plenty of children. It's them. They'll sprinkle some black in there to try to camouflage what they doing. It's them. If they quit doing so much wickedness, maybe the Most High will give them some kids. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, all praise be one Queensland. All right, now look. Taking so many drops of why you wanna mix children? So then that's your child. You can brainwash that child to work against the black people. Just like they bringing these immigrants over here, a lot of these Latinos and Hispanics, they ain't from the tribe of Israel. If they ain't black and they didn't come over here, but on them ships, them ain't our folks. They was mixed, they was raped, the Spaniards raping the Hebrew women for the most part. If them folks was our folks, they can't, them ain't our folks. Now, you go look at their DNA, they're gonna have Caucasian in there. They have more in common. I'm talking about they have more in common with white folks. The Europeans have no problem labeling them as white. I've done a video on that showing y'all how they get down. They even had a black Egyptian labeled as white. On that video, immigration, using immigration as a weapon. If y'all hadn't watched it, this is gonna be part of my next video. It's gonna probably be my next video. You see the eagles eating up the babies. When the eagles get together, they're eating up the babies. And that's probably gonna be my next video. I couldn't hardly get it together, but when I saw that topic, when I saw this right here, boy, stuff started popping up in my head. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let me show y'all this video right here. How they label, they bring these immigrants over. What y'all think they're gonna do to the Ukrainians? How they bring these immigrants over here is this thumbnail right here. I did it last week. Let me unshare my screen. They bring these people over here, label them as white, so they start working against us. Weaponizing immigration. I did that like last week, probably a week ago today. All right. Yeah. All right. Now, let me show y'all what's going on. Let's get into this Willie Lynch letter. Now, putting them into as many black women as possible. Taking as much white blood, putting it in as many black women as possible. In order for a black woman to go for this, her mind got to be colonized. So if the black woman's mind is colonized, then it's open season on Negroes by default. Even if it's a black man, I'm not just picking on you sisters. Even if it's a black man. The Bible told us not to do this. Where you think the Samaritans were from? They were from mixed marriages. If you read the book of Ezra, I think it's first Ezra. Not the book of Ezra in your plain Bible. I'm talking about the book of Ezra that they took out your Bible. A bunch of the priests, a bunch of people had mixed marriages. And it angered the Most High. That's why they took them out. See, if you leave that in the Bible, our people are going to see this. No. You would have more church folks if the original books were still in them Bibles. You'd have more church folks speaking against this. Some of our people already don't like this stuff. Some of our people already don't like this stuff. If you had them books that were still in that Bible, they would point to them books. No, because look, the Most High didn't like this. If the Most High wanted a mix, if he wanted, and I'm not putting you down if you are, he allowed these things to happen. After all, you would not be here if he didn't allow you to be here. He that has an ear, let them hear what the Ruach is saying. I'm not putting you down. I'm not even 100%. So I'm not putting you down. But I'm here to speak against the wickedness no matter where it at. Okay? Now, in the book, also in the book of Tobit, all kind of places. Okay, the book of Ezra told them to put their children, put them out. Get out of those unsanctioned marriages. The Most High promised Abraham. He didn't promise Abraham and Europeans. He didn't promise Abraham and Koreans. He didn't promise Abraham and Latinos. Abraham, a specific bloodline. That's what it is. Call it what you want to call it. That's what it is. If the Most High wanted mixed races of people, he'd have created them. You said, what are you saying? You read your Bible. The 12 tribes, the 12 gates in Revelation, the name after the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel has a specific DNA sequence. A specific. We are not supposed to go out here and volunteer. If you don't know, you don't know. We're not supposed to go out here and volunteer for another thing. You ain't supposed to be you ain't supposed to be mixing your seed. You don't know what you're mixing with. You don't know what you're mixing with. Satan ain't got no, he can't create nobody. What he trying to do is fool people into mixing with these devils and creating him more seed. That's what Satan do. The angels didn't create no wives. They deceived the human women and gave birth to the giants. Okay. Now, let me get, what was I at? Back on this Willie Lynch letter. Shalom, child of light of the Most High. All right, now look, this is the plot. This is Willie Lynch letter now. They say it ain't true, but we done lived it, so it might well be true. It's as good as true to me. All right, now, black women is possible. Varying the drops of various tones. You Negro, you black. I don't fool with them light-skinned Negroes. I look at both of them. Doggone Clan don't care. They don't care. They don't care. All right. Black women's menopause, varying the drops of various tones you want. That was an agenda putting the light-skinned folks in the house and the dark-skinned folks out in the field and putting them against each other. It's an agenda going on. That's how you control Negroes when it ain't many of you. All right. They had the black women giving birth to soldiers. All right, what you got is a multiplicity of colors. Crossbreeding completed. No further severance from their original for further severance from the original beginning. You don't know who you are. You have no desire to know who you are. And then when somebody tell you, you got more in you think Because when they start persecuting you and hanging you from these limbs and cutting your body parts off and eating them like they used to do, you think you got more in common with them because you don't know the history, because they're teaching you. You don't want to hear it when somebody try to tell you what's going on. All right. That's the goal. Severance from the original beginning. Psalms 83. Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Yeah. Everybody else pretty much know who they are. Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. I think it's Psalm 83. That's Psalm 83, I believe. Y'all know what it is. It's in the, drop it in the chat. Okay, now, let me see. What you got is a multiplicity of colors, crossbreeding completed for further severance from their original beginning. And another way they want to sever you from the beginning. Your hair like this, you wave your hair the way it grew out your head. They want to penalize you at jobs. They want to penalize you at school. They want to penalize you for wearing stuff like more related to yourself. They want you to cut ties with the Most High. All right, now, and institute a new language. And you got Mzungus today want to make fun of black folks called, you can't speak no Hebrew. Well, whose fault is that? That's CRT right there. You can't tell that. Well, shut up then. Yeah, you don't know who, you don't know your history. All right, now that involves the new life work. Okay, now, okay. Now, y'all see what it is. Y'all done went over enough. Y'all go read, check this out now. Let me see here. Check it out. Just check it out and read it. There are different versions of it, but this is the one I had. African American, and we ain't African Americans, but nevertheless, that's the one I had. Type that in. It's going to take you right to the one I was reading. Type that whole thing in. All right? Let me see here. That's pretty much it. That's all I had right now. Let me see. That's pretty much it. Look at some of y'all's comments. Yeah, I'm going to do a story about when the Eagles be gathered together. It probably ain't going to be that long because pretty much this message kind of intersects with the one I just gave. So it ain't going to be that long. It's just going to probably solidify what you already. But look, the Eagles gathered together. Look at that. They eating up the black babies. Eating up the black babies. But somehow they got the world thinking you got to watch them Negroes. Them Negroes, they ain't nothing but murderers. They rapists. They all backwards. These niggas, y'all got to watch them Negroes. Huh? Well, let me get started on this. It probably ain't gonna be too long. Y'all look for the notification if you want to. But let me get started in this next video. When the Eagles get gathered together. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a couple Bible verses in there. Shalom. Yeah, that is the law, rain love. Don't be mixing. Jubilees chapter 30. Okay, hold on. No, brother Sly. I didn't build this. It was already here. But I am watching videos on learning how to build stuff. Y'all need to watch some videos on how to make. You can make gas with plants and limestone and barrel, natural gas. You can use the cook with. You can use the heat. You can make wooden heaters out of metal drums. Start watching stuff like that while you got time. You find yourself bored and nothing to do, watch some kind of survival videos. All right, how to make stuff out of stuff you got laying around. Jubilees chapter 30. Hold on. Okay, I got sidetracked. Let me see what you got up here. Jubilees 30, 10 through 14. All right, coming right up. Jubilees 30. Let me see if it's in this one. Jubilees 30. I don't think it's in this one. Jubilees 30. Let me read. Let me go over here. I know where it's at, though. I know where it's at. Let me share my. Let me get it first. Let me pull it up. Hold on, y'all. Jubilees 30. Let me type it in and find it. I got it up here. Pseudepigraphy. Let me see, can I get a better looking? Jubilees 30, 10 through 14. Hold on. I'm finna share my screen. Okay. Let me share my screen. History keep repeating itself. All right, this is Jubilees. Y'all see it on the screen. Chapter 30, verses 10 through 14. All right. And to this Torah, to this law, there is no limit of days. In other words, ain't no law done away with. Ain't no law done away with. And no remission, nor any atonement. Mashiach said, I didn't come to abolish the law. I'm going to go to that next, don't forget. All right. Those of you who know what that is in Matthew, put in the chat so I could I go to it next. But nevertheless, if not, just I'm you know. All right, now. And to this law, there is no limit of days, no remission, nor any atonement. But the man who has defiled his daughter shall be rooted out in the midst of all Israel. Yeah, you think about it, you give your wife, look at it, look at it from a scientific perspective. You give your daughter to a white man, a lot of times they get whited out. They keep this colonized mindset. They keep going, they keep marrying back, they keep marrying the white people. Where you at? After a while, you can't even tell that child had any black family whatsoever. Rooted out. Look here. The man who has defiled his daughter shall be rooted out in the midst of Israel because he has given his seed to Moloch and wrought impiously so as to defile it. It don't matter if you give your child to a Hamite. If they just think about it. The Most High could retroactively do it just because, especially those of us that know the word. We know the word and we do it anyway. That is a different judgment than somebody that don't know the word and do it. All right? So as to defile it. You are defiling his seed. You defiling the seed the Most High gave you by giving it to somebody else. All right. Now, okay. And do you Moshe command the children of Israel to exhort them? Hold on, let me read. Hold on. And do you Moses command the children of Israel to exhort them not to give their daughters to the Gentiles, and not to take their sons any of the daughters of the Gentiles, and not to take for their sons any of the daughters of the Gentiles. Don't marry, don't give your children to them, period. This is the word. For this is an abominable before Yahweh. For those of you who pronounce the Most High name Yahweh, this is it. Pictograph Hebrew. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah is spelled the same. You got pictograph Hebrew, you got Paleo Hebrew, and you got modern Hebrew. Mashiach, Yehoshua, Yehoshua, Yahushua, or Yahushua. Now, okay. Verse 12, he said, what verse through 14? Okay. For this reason, I have written for you in the words of the Torah all the deeds of the Shechemites, which they wrought against Dinah. They raped Jacob's daughter, Jacob's daughter. The Shechemites raped Jacob's daughter. And look right here in the Willie Lynch letter, what they raping. But I think these were black people, but nevertheless, raping of our people, all right? Intermingling of seed. We will not give our daughter to a man who is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. Oh yeah, he gonna purge us. Yeah, he said he gonna cleanse us. He knew we was gonna get polluted. He knew when the daughters of Zion was getting raped. That's in the script. He knew we were gonna get polluted. And he also said he was gonna clean us. All right. But we are not supposed to, knowing this truth, go out here and engage in foolishness. All right, now. Okay, verse 13. And it is a reproach to Israel and to those who live and to those who take the daughters of the Gentile, for this is unclean. This is unclean and an abominable to Israel. All right. And Israel will not be free from this uncleanness if it has a wife of the daughters of the Gentile, or has given any of the daughters to a man who is of the Gentile. So we are unclean. That's what the text say. That's why they took these. That's why you can't find these. That's why you have to dig and find these books. You can't push this agenda on no Hebrews that know the word, that know who they are, know their history, know what the Most High requires. You can't push this on us. That's why you got to hide the scriptures. That's why you got to edit. That's why you got to create slave Bibles. That's why you got to remove this book, because we don't want you Negroes fighting back. Yes, sir, Yahuwah's King. We don't want you Negroes to get no idea of what a man is. So we're going to put these rappers in front of you with these dresses on. We ain't going to give you no good positive movie roles, because we don't want no hit of a warrior. We don't, no. The white men, yeah, they could be all the heroes. They could be the Rambos. They could be the 300. But you Negroes, no. We're going to try to do whatever we can to split your family apart. We're going to do whatever we can to split the psychology of the mindset that you used to have. We're going to do everything we can to split your bloodline and defile you. All right, let me see. I said I was going to read it. Let me see, is it in Matthew? Let me see here. Do not think I am come to abolish the law, fulfill. I said I was going to read that. The Most High, Mashiach said he didn't come to abolish the law. Let me find it. He said he didn't come to abolish the law, y'all. Let's see here. Do away with the law. Let me see. Matthew 5:17. I knew it was Matthew chapter 5. Well, I figured. I should have just went to chapter 5 and read it down, but chapter 5, Matthew 5:17. Oh, chapter 5. Verse 17. Look, this, y'all see the red writing. The writing is on the wall of your television. Do not think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, what the prophets preach. Don't think I come to destroy the law or the prophet. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So y'all can take that law done away with and go to the lake with the snake with it. And we just read you in Jubilees. Let's see, can I find it again? Jubilees. Where the law ain't, where is it at? There is no limit of days for the law. In other words, it's forever. Ain't no doing away with it. In other words, it's forever. All right. Now let me get started on this other one. This probably ain't gonna be too long. It probably ain't gonna be too long. The eagles gathering together. That's where the dead corpses are. Yeah, let me get started on it. It probably ain't gonna be too long though. All right. Y'all take care. Shalom, family. Shalom. Love y'all. And look forward to y'all coming back when the Eagles be gathered together. Let me see what I got. Let me see what can I play. Well, I'm gonna have to get some of Mikael's music. But y'all take care. Child of the light of the Most High. You said what warranted such abuse? The Most High, am I reading that right? The Most High has been dealing with us in this covenant for a long time. What do you do to a people? You keep punishing them for doing the same thing. The punishment is going to increase. Just like someone to keep going to jail, especially if you're black. The punishment increases in time. So this is what happened to us. Every single time we got the dibbling and dabbling in some pagan gods or some paganism, we went into slavery. Every single time. We hadn't learned that lesson. This is the last one, though. Read Deuteronomy chapter 28. You shall go into Egypt. You shall go into bondage again in ships. Or you can literally say Egypt. You got the Egyptian dollar over here. You got the Egyptian pyramid. You got pyramids all over here. This is the last we say you shall no more see it again. This is the last captivity. We at the feet. Mashiach is coming back. He that is righteous, let them be righteous still. And he that is a devil, let them go to the lake with the snake. I hope that answered your question. If not, put you another comment up here and I'll get to it. All right? I'm going to give you a few seconds. Let me remind y'all of this.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white.
Okay. Yeah, they went overboard. They did go overboard, child of the light of the Most High. That's why it's scripture in the Bible. That's why they're going into captivity. They went overboard. This scripture's detailing that they went overboard, and they love to drink our blood. So, yeah, you are absolutely right. They went overboard, and the Most High going to get them. He going to rein them in. All right? Y'all take care. Love y'all. See y'all soon.